Everyone, it's Stepano here. I just wanted to give an overview about my character named Luca. He's playing Wintertide Brand. I played this character for about 1 day, 6 hours, and I'm gonna open up a path of building. We're gonna import him fresh. We're gonna talk about what decisions we made and why we made them, and then I'm gonna actually re-roll my character into I'm gonna not change this character, but I'm gonna re-level a new character and make a Wanderer. So Wintertide Brand is a damage over time skill. It's also a brand. Um, Scales with stages. Stages are done through cast speed, and we are taking Rune Binder, so we can't summon an additional totem. -1 totem, but we can attach 2 brands to an enemy. When we attach a brand to an enemy, enemies take 5% increased damage. They also take 3% increased damage and another 3% increased damage. And when I cast 1 brand, I have a 70% chance to cast 2 brands. The Wintertide brand, I don't have anything really special. My weapon's pretty good and my shield's actually really good. But I got lucky on those. You don't really need anything. And the difference between the gear I have now and, not having those items, the damage feels pretty dang similar. It was meant to be a pretty cheap build. I would say if you don't include the price of the shield, the total build costs like no more than 2 divines at max. And I made money because I was trying to be frugal, and I can probably sell some of the stuff for more money. Rhyme Gaze is a 1C unique at the time. It might have changed by now, but it gives 50 gold damage over time multiplier, and it allows you to maybe run Vortex in the helmet while you do brands in your 6 link. 6 links were really cheap this league. Um, This, however, was pretty expensive, and it's again absolutely not needed. You can just do like 1 brand cluster or whatever. This was Primordial Brand Bond. I bought a cluster for 150C, which is actually 1.5 divines, and then I alteration it. I plan on using this in the new build. Definitely didn't need it. Definitely doesn't really change too much on this build other than make it more QOL, more quality of life. Um, Besides that, I bought 1C jewels that all had +2 max fire res, so I could run Righteous Fire and feel comfortable. And I run Vitality and Stone Golem for life regen. Just like our past builds, we are running 4 golems: Stone Golem, Flame Golem, Lightning Golem, and Chaos Golem. Just to give you an idea, Chaos Golem, we give it effect, and it gives us damage over time multiplier and Chaos res. Give effect to that. We're doing damage over time. It's great. Lightning Golem gives us cast speed, which is a more multiplier to our build, and mana regen so that we can keep casting. However, we don't have enough mana, so we went Eldritch Battery, which is this on the tree, and it allows us to use our energy shield as if it's mana. I may be talking fast, but this build is very cheap and very good, and I do think it appeals to certain people because it's very, very relaxing. I will attach the POB in the description, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to come to Twitch or whatever. I farmed both the Void Stones for um the blue influence and the Exarch with this exact gear. I did basically my whole atlas on it. I did pay for Uber Elder Carry, but that's just because I thought it would be cheaper that way. Probably should have tried it on the build, but this build was really, really good. And I'm going to give you guys an example of what the build looks like in Blood Aqueducts. And then maybe in a tier 16 map, I guess. So as you can see, the build pretty cool. Like, just damage over time. Gonna look pretty similar in tier 16, to be honest. It's not gonna look too different. And the only other thing I forgot to mention in the build is the build has 72 block and 78 spell block, and I'm not using um, glancing blows. But to make the build even cheaper, you can go glancing blows to start. That will double your attack and your spell block, making you not have to invest into every block wheel like I am. I'm like fully invested in block, but that makes it so the build feels really tanky and really, really comfortable. I'm almost 4K life, and I have a lot of block. All right. So we have a map we need to do. So very good. So this is what I would do. I'd alk it, pretty much not look at anything. I am elemental, reflect immune via this. So pretty much everything's okay, other than the map might get harder. We're gonna do a Bureau Chambers. Alira is pretty painful, but let's hope that this goes well. And this after this, I will conclude the video. I will put the POB in the bottom, and we're gonna go ahead and open up with Righteous Fire. As you can see, we are on the wrong filter from leveling. We have Beyond, this is a Beyond Atlas. I'm actually really glad that we did turn this back on, but something that's really helping this build out is these hands. See that? Where normally I would be struggling to kill that because of damage over time. Um, the hands target rares and uniques and do a significant portion of damage that make the build feel really much more snappy, right? Like if those hands weren't there, I'd have to watch that guy die, that rare die, and it'd take a while. Hands really help out with that. As you can see, like the hands just almost clear that whole room. I'm going fast because this map is pretty tanky, to be honest, and I stopped leveling a wander midway to make this video so that I don't forget to make this video. I have a feeling that once I do go wander, oh no. They got us through a lot of block and stuff. That's crazy. I have a feeling that if once I do go wander, I'm gonna probably sell all the gear on this because I'm gonna need all the money. But that was with Righteous Fire up. If I have Righteous Fire down, I should be able to regen a lot of that life that I just lost there. Maybe being okay. Being me okay. Put a portal for safety right here. I don't have to do the run. And I'm just trying to go to the boss. Faster I get out of this boss, faster I can finish the YouTube video and re-roll. I'm not a big fan of damage over time, but it's very cheap to start and it's very effective. Gave some Soul Eater stacks to Alira. However, our hands are doing the work. Our life regen's coming in clutch. Righteous Fire. We have no more flash charges. Boom, our hands coming in clutch. Tier 16 boss. It's over, boys. I also have I forgot I have another hand. My like graph skill and it like shocks them and stuff and does a lot of damage. There we go. We won against the Lyra, I believe. We won against the Lyra, but we also died. This is a pretty good debut of the build. I could remake the video and do this and not die, but I'm not going to do that. With all that said, we have 86 max res for fire, 76, 19 chaos res, 72 attack block, and 78 spell block, and we still got toasted. You could focus a little bit less out of this like brand stuff and go more life, and then I don't think that would have happened, but it was very close fight is what I'm trying to get at. And I also re-enabled Righteous Fire. Besides that, there's no crazy map mods. And yeah, this was my league start. I would price this build at around 2 divines besides the shield and the cluster right here. So this cluster you don't need and the shield you don't need, but it is what allowed me to drop glancing blows. But yeah, if you go glancing blows, you could totally do this for 2 divines. Thank you for watching the video and thank you so much. I'll see you guys in league. I'll be on Twitch all day, every day, and thank you.